Hello, Gemini. So before we begin your reading, I have two cards for you, one from Lay Vampire and one from Chakra Wisdom. And I like what you pulled here because it's different. These cards don't easily tie together. And it's like each card is speaking to each of the twins, so to speak. So from Lay Vampire, you pulled jealousy, envy, punishment, and changing course. This card speaks about how you do not deserve to be punished by others because they are envious of you. You are a beautiful soul, and you are more than what people say or think about you. And then from Chakra Wisdom, you pulled service. Service actually speaks about manifesting through being of service. Now, this card also talks about being able to stay the course emotionally and creating something sustainable and long-lasting in your life. So, this may be a time where you could be of service to others. And through that service, you are manifesting the things that you want in your life. It's kind of like how gratitude works. When you are grateful for the things that you have, it brings in more things to be grateful for. So the more that you give to others, the more that will be given to you. And then along with jealousy here, looking at the two of them, it's like, if somebody is envious of you, do not let that stop you from being of service and creating the things that you want in your life. Okay, Gemini. Here is the energy coming through. So the Seven of Pentacles. And, it would make sense with jealousy. So the Seven of Pentacles is about reevaluating your situation. This is where you are looking at what you have right now and you're going, what can I do to create more? Or what can I do to change what I have here? So, clearly there's a situation going on where you need to reevaluate it. And, sometimes with the seven here, it's like if something is already working for you, you need to be careful about what changes you make. It's like one of those things where you don't want to fix what's not broken. But then again, in some cases, when we reevaluate a situation, it's because what used to work is no longer working, and we need to change the way that we're doing things. So, and with jealousy, it's like, yeah, I could see you reevaluating maybe some friendships right now, especially if you're surrounded by people who are making you feel like you need to punish yourself. And in the past, so that's really nice to see. The Three of Wands. The Three of Wands, for me, goes back to the Empress and manifestation. This is the travel card. This also talks about enterprising, but it's watching the proverbial ship come in, seeing the things that you've worked for manifest in front of you. And again, when you look at that with service, it's like, yes, yes, yes. By doing what you're doing there and being of service to others, you are creating beautiful things in your life. That is so good to see. But, with that seven there, it's like, are you reevaluating what it is that you're working towards right now? Oh, the duality. Oh, Gemini. The Eight of Swords. So the Eight of Swords is the inability or the unwillingness to walk your path because you are afraid. You are afraid to be in pain. Now, I always say the same thing with this card. Take the blindfold off. Walk your path. Deal with the pain as it comes. You cannot stay stagnant in situations that are no good for you because you fear moving forward. You can't stay stuck like that. And it's no wonder why that seven is there. Something is definitely going on where you need to reevaluate the situation here so that you're not in fear. when you look at that image, the woman's not really bound to anything. You can't do that to yourself. No fear, no fear. Don't ever fear your path. And certainly don't allow anybody else to make you feel that fear to move forward. Oh, future conditions. Woo! The Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is always, the aces are always about good opportunities coming through. The Ace of Cups has to do with emotional fulfillment, love, romance, creativity. Whatever is coming through here, this new opportunity is going to bring you emotional fulfillment. But why are you afraid of it? What is going on? Why are you reevaluating what you're trying to manifest here? Because when you look at the past into future conditions, it's like you've worked so hard and here's this beautiful opportunity here. And now you're like, I got to think about this for a minute. And then there's this fear. What is going on? Oh, I had a feeling. Oh, Gemini, no. I've seen this before, not that long ago, and, this rarely happens, but when you see the Nine of Swords as your best path to follow, it is telling you that there is something going on, where there is this feeling of emotional pain and mental anguish and regret looking at the two of these. It's like, no, there's emotional backing here. When you see that Ace of Cups surrounded by swords, it's like, it's no wonder why you're taking a second look at it. It's like, wait a minute, do I really want to have this if it's going to cause these feelings here? But the reason why this is in your best path to follow is telling you that you ultimately make the choice on how you choose to feel about what happens to you. So the Nine of Swords is actually connected to the Three of Swords. And I can't stress this enough when I see one or the other. It's cause and effect. The Three of Swords has to do with heartbreak and betrayal. And out of that is what happens here. When you look at the image, the person is sitting up in bed and there are swords shooting through the air. And three of them are stabbing them in the back and in the back of the head. And this is how you choose to feel out of this. And the reason why it's here now is saying that you have to really look at, reevaluate the way that you choose to let these situations affect you. Because if you don't deal with it now, it will continue to manifest over and over and over again in your life. And you do not want that to happen. You have to deal with it now. You need to understand that you choose how you feel. You choose how situations ultimately make you feel. And of course you're going to feel like shit when you have those kinds of experiences where you have this heartbreak and betrayal, and this is where it leaves you. Of course it's going to be shitty, but you cannot continue to keep your focus on those feelings because you will continue to feel fear. And again, it's no wonder why that 7 is there. There's this need to reevaluate what is going on mentally with you right now and be careful about what it is doing to you emotionally here. This is supposed to be something really good coming through to you. Excuse me, sir, but you need to leave. Sorry, guys. You need to be careful here. And the reason why, again, this is showing up as your best path to follow is telling you you need to deal with this now and it needs to be done with. You cannot bring this into the future situation here because this will be blocked because your focus will be so much on this that, it's not being dealt with. And again, that 7 is saying that, yeah, it needs to be reevaluated. Oh, wow. And in your environment, the Emperor. Oh, my goodness. The Emperor. This is about order, power, and structure. Seeing this in your environment is, it's good. This is very good. This is saying that you are willing to do what you need to do to get your shit together. This is all about getting your house in order. When you look at the beginning of the journey in life through tarot, and you start with the Fool and you go into the Empress and you see everything manifested and all the chaos in between there, the Emperor comes in and he brings order, power, and structure to everything. Now, seeing that in your environment is telling me that you are willing to do what you need to do to get your house in order so that this does not continue to manifest, and that this does not allow you to feel this fear of moving forward. My goodness. It's rough seeing the swords surround that Ace of Cups, because it's supposed to be a beautiful thing coming through. And you guys falling out with the 10 of Cups to begin with is saying that there is potential here for you to feel that emotional fulfillment. But something needs to change here and here. I mean, this right here. Yes. Oh, shit. Whew. The High Priestess in your hopes and your fears. Oh, wow. Wow, Gemini. Wow. The High Priestess. So, okay. Seeing this in your hopes and your fears is telling me that whatever is not known to you right now will be made known. Your intuition is going to guide you through this reevaluation of the way that you are thinking mentally. Because clearly, your conscious mind is doing you no favors. And that High Priestess is coming in saying, no. You know, it's time to tap into our intuition here, because mentally it's like you're blocked. So the High Priestess is the seer between worlds. This is all about tapping into your powerful intuition. She knows all the unknown knowledge. And again, to me, it's like what isn't known will be made known to you. You will receive the answers that you need when dealing with these mental issues here that are blocking you from having this opportunity here. Because again, you know, there's this potential for manifestation here of something emotionally fulfilling. But there's something going on mentally that's like blocking you from it. And again, with the Emperor in your environment, it's like, yeah, you need to get your shit together. We need to get our house in order here. Oh, wow. Okay. Clearly, there's a need to look at what it is that you're hanging on to. If you are hanging on to these mental thoughts of fear and anguish and regret, and you're putting emotional backing behind it, and you know, clearly you need to reevaluate the situation, all this stuff. Oh my goodness, Gemini, you've got way too much stuff going on here. It's like the twins are out of whack. I feel like looking at this that, you know, if you are surrounded by people who are making you feel like you are less than what you are worth, it is definitely time to reevaluate that situation, especially with that 8 of Swords being there. Don't ever fear your path. Don't ever do that to yourself. The 9 of Swords in your best path to follow is saying that you need to look at how you are dealing with this so that it does not continue to manifest over and over again. And here it's like a warning. Don't hang on to that shit anymore. Let it go. You know, this one it is rough to look at. It's so rough because it's like there's so many different things going on. There's this potential And there's this willingness to get your house in order, but man, what you have going on mentally is no good, and you really need to take a look at what it is that you're hanging on to. Because if you want to truly have that manifestation of those emotionally fulfilling opportunities, you got to clear this shit out. It's got to be done. It's got to be done and over with. And then, looking at service, maybe this is a time for you to, instead of focusing on the things that are hurting you right now, maybe focus on being of service to others and to yourself so that you can have something sustainable in your life. Because what you have going on, this is so much better than this. And you definitely deserve better than this. So I worry here seeing this. I worry that there may be some depression going on right now. And with seeing the 9 in your best path to follow bothers me. It bothers me. It tells me that there is something going on mentally right now that is blocking you from manifesting emotional fulfillment in your life. And the High Priestess showing up is saying that you will find the answers that you need to help guide you through dealing with this so that it doesn't continue to manifest over and over again. And then with the Emperor, this is really good to see. It is saying that you are going to get your house in order. You're going to do what you need to do to reevaluate the situation and look at things differently. But you need to be careful about what it is that you're hanging on to. And what's funny is that when you look at service, it asks the question, are you seeing your life the way it really is? It talks about needing to give up this idea of what you think you deserve. And that, with this, yeah, you need to give this up, because if you think you deserve this, no. And it would make sense why jealousy is showing up. If you are punishing yourself because of the way that people are treating you because they are envious of you, it has to stop. It has to stop. You cannot do that to yourself anymore. Seeing those swords like that surrounded by that ace really bothers me. But when you look again at the past coming through into future conditions, it's saying that that manifestation of emotional fulfillment is still there for you. You need to give up the mental anguish, the pain, the regret, the fear, and the things that you think that you deserve, because you don't. And certainly don't let anybody else make you feel like you deserve to feel this way. And, again, with service, on the other side of it, maybe this is a time for you to be of service to others who may be going through depression. And by helping them, you in turn are able to help yourself.